Hello. The topic of debate is the United States federal government should incrementally raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. This is in response to the 1AC. I don't have a problem with the definition of the topic. I will address the first contention, the affirmative's harms. The affirmative says that the minimum wage is the cause of homelessness. In fact, the Arlington Life Shelter Association, an organization, has conducted studies that indicate 68% of U.S. cities report that addiction is actually the single largest cause of homelessness and continued homelessness. So our addicts that have been in recovery and then they lose their housing because they relapse, then they're back onto the street. This is the life cycle of 68% of our homeless population. In addition, the affirmative says that increasing the minimum wage will help Americans afford houses, which is actually untrue, because if we raise the minimum wage, we will effectively be also raising the inflation rate. We will not be able to balance out the cost of living once there's an increase of wages. And we can see this now when the affirmative has also said big business is the reason why we don't have an increase in minimum wage, when in fact big business is the reason why there has been an increase of wages, which is causing the inflation that we see now. Companies like McDonald's, Amazon, and Bank of America have all increased their lowest wages. And so that leaves small businesses to lobby for or against the rate, the hike in minimum wage. In addition, the funding that the affirmative says will come from businesses will not affect big businesses, but will effectively wipe out small businesses as they try to contend with not just big businesses and the vast majority of the population using big business, but now having to pay their employees more. And so we will actually be creating more increasing the unemployment rate, because if small businesses go out of business, then we are effectively increasing the unemployment rate. Let's see. So the contention 3, which is solvency, none of these issues are solved. None of the affirmative issues are solved by the raise in minimum wage. In fact, I believe the affirmative also mentioned that it would be helping obesity, and that is not factual, because if we increase the minimum wage, the families that receive EBT SNAP will actually no longer meet the income threshold to receive benefits, which will mean that now they would have to pay for food out of their pocket, and that would actually increase the obesity rate, because the families that were able to use those funds to purchase healthy options at the grocery store will no longer be able to do so. So in conclusion, raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour is counterproductive to helping our economy, to reducing the homeless rate, and only serves the purpose of increasing the cost of living increasing inflation, and increasing unemployment rates. I will end my speech there.